Hi, I'm Ravi on Maths Rag. Today we are going to study expanding expression from the topic of C1 mathematics, that is algebra and functions. Now the expanding expression is basically means we remove the brackets from the expression. For example, if the question is 3x plus 5 in a bracket, now we have to remove this bracket. It means we have to multiply 3 by x and then we have to multiply 3 by 5. So 3 multiply x plus 3 multiply 5. So this will be 3 multiply x is 3x plus 3 multiply 5 is 15. So that is the answer. So one thing you have to understand, that if there are two terms, if there are going to be two terms inside the bracket, then your answer will be having two terms. If there are three terms in a bracket, then your answer will be having three terms, and each term will be multiplied by the number outside the bracket. Now let's come to this question number 1. That is a 4x, and inside the bracket it is 3x minus 2x square plus 5x cubed. Now this 4x is going to be multiplied by each terms. So 4x multiply 3x, then 4x multiply minus 2x square, then 4x multiplied by 5x cubed. Now remember one thing, when there is a positive sign inside the bracket, we don't write that sign, but when it is a negative sign, we always write it. And to remove the confusion that this expression is not 4x minus 2x square, it's not like this. So that's why it is good if you put this one in the bracket, that it is a multiplication. Now we have to write these signs. So now you can see we have three terms, 1, 2 and 3. We have to multiply numbers by numbers. 4 multiplied 3 is 12. X multiply x, we know that when we multiply the same numbers we add the powers. So this is x to the power 1 plus 1, that is 2. Now this is minus and this is plus. So whenever there is a plus sign and inside is a minus sign, so plus multiply minus is minus. So it will be minus 4 multiply 2 is 8. Here we have x to the power 1 and x to the power 2. So x to the power 2 plus 1 will be 3. These are all positive signs. So plus, first we multiply 4 and 5. 4 times 5 is 20. And x to the power, here the power is 1 and 3. 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So the answer will be 12x square minus 8x cubed plus 20x to the power 4. Now our example number 2, 3t plus 2 inside the bracket multiplied by t. So the same thing, the t will be multiplied by 3t and t will also be multiplied by 2. So we are having two terms in the bracket, so our answer will be two terms. So it will be 3t multiplied by t plus 2 multiplied by t. So it will be, these are the power 1 and 1. So it will be 3 is to the power, when we multiply we add the powers. So 2 plus 2t. I would like to remind you of one thing that is important, that in the expression, in algebraic expression, if we have to write x multiply y, we write it like this, x multiply y, or we write it xy. The reason is, in most of the expression we use x. The x is written like this and the symbol of multiplication is also like. So to remove the confusion, the mathematician most of the time they write the product of two terms as 2x, xy, 3t. We generally don't write it 3 multiplied by t. So if it is written there 3t, you must know that 3t, it means 3 multiplied by t. We don't write this multiplication. So make sure you remember this. Now let's move to another question, that is x, and in the bracket 3x square minus 2x plus 5. As I told you, this one is going to have three terms in the answer. So we have x multiplied 3x square plus x multiplied minus 2x plus x multiplied by 5. So the constant number is 3. First we write 3, x to the power 1 and x to the power 2. So 1 plus 2 is x to the power 3. This is plus and minus. So as I told you earlier, that whenever it is plus and minus, that it means a multiplication. So it is always minus. So plus and minus, it will be minus only in case of a multiplication. Not that if it is minus 3 minus 2. Minus minus is not plus here. It will be negative 5. You must understand the difference in these two. Minus, here the power of x is 1, here the power of x is 1. So it is 2x, 1 plus 1, 2, plus 5x. Now this one is x multiply 5. Generally we write it as 5x. We don't write it as x5. So you always write the numerals first and the variable after it. Now let's move to the next example, that is 5x minus 3 in the bracket 4 minus 7x plus 8. In this expression you can see we have the bracket is in between the expression. So we are going to solve this one and these two will remain as it is in the beginning. So 5x, now we have this expression is going to be multiplied by minus 3 because minus 3 is outside the bracket. So minus 3 multiplied by 4. This is the first term, this is the second term, then plus minus 3 multiplied by minus 7x and plus 8. If you want, you can write it minus 3 here, or you can write plus here and minus 3 in the bracket. Whatever feels convenient to you, you write it like this. In the second example, we are going to show you this way. So this will be 5x minus 4 times 3 is 12. This is one term, then this is another term. Minus multiply minus, I told you minus multiply minus is plus. So this will be plus, there's only one x, 7 times 3 is 21x and plus 8. Now we can simplify it further by using like term 5x plus 21x. These are the same terms, these are the like terms. You can see 5x and 21x, both are positive. So 21 plus 5 is 26x. Minus 12 plus 8, minus 12 plus 8. Which is bigger number? Minus 12. 12 is having sign negative, and because these are opposite signs, so we subtract. Don't take it 12 plus 8 and write it minus 20. That will be wrong. Whenever you have same sign, always remember this thing. When you have same sign, you add minus 3 minus 2. Now you have to add it. So it will be 5. 3 plus 2 will be 5. Now because these are both are positive, so it will remain positive. When both are negative, it will remain negative. When we have opposite signs, minus 7 plus 2, you subtract it. 7 minus 2, 5. Which is a bigger number, 7 or 2? I'm not talking about minus 7. Which is bigger, 7 or 2? 7 is bigger and 7 is having negative sign. So it will be negative 5. 6 minus 3. Opposite numbers. So 6 minus 3 is 3. 6 is having bigger sign, so it will be 3. So that's how we do the calculations of negative and positive numbers. Always remember, here we are not multiplying, we are adding or subtracting. The same number, if I multiply minus 3 multiply minus 2, it will be 3 multiply 2 is 6 and minus minus is plus. So answer will be this. So that is the difference between minus 3 minus 2 and minus 3 in a bracket and minus 2 in a bracket. So when you solve this expression, you must remember these rules. Now let's move to the another question. 4y, y plus 3. Now it is having two brackets separately. So first we are going to solve this one. This 4y is going to multiply here. You are not supposed to multiply this 4y with this 2y because the bracket stops, bracket ends here, just here. In the same way, now you see it is negative 2y. So now let's multiply this. So it will be 4y multiply y plus 4y multiply 3. This is the expansion of first bracket. Now you can use positive sign everywhere, whatever I was telling you here. I can write positive irrespective of whatever sign is there, but I am going to use this negative now. Plus, Now we have 2y multiplied by 2y, and this one is negative. So minus 2y multiply 2y. Again I am writing plus. Everywhere I am writing plus. But this is negative 2y and negative 7. This thing is not going to create any confusion. Whatever the sign of the term is having, you write it there, write it in the brackets. But you write all these terms, this sign as a positive sign, irrespective of wherever you have negative. So it will not create a confusion for you. Now 4y multiply y. We have power 2, so it will be 4y squared. Now these are the numerals. 4 times 3 is 12y. Now there is negative and this is positive. Negative and positive is negative. 2 multiply 2 is 4. Y to the power 1, y to the power 1. This is a separate term, so this will be a y square. Now here we have two negatives, 1 and 2. Negative and negative, I told you, negative and negative is positive. So positive and positive will remain. 7 times 2 is 14y. Now let's see the like terms. This is 4y square and this is 4y square. But one is positive and another one is negative. So they will be cancelled. 4y square minus 4y square is equal to 0. And these are the like terms. 12y and 14y. So this is 26y will be the answer. Now let's move to the next question. It's also having same condition like the previous one. Let me solve it very quickly. So that first term is 3x square multiply 2x. That is the first term. Then I told you we will write plus sign across the board. So second term is 3x square multiply 1. Again we are going to use plus. Now minus 5x square. We have to take this negative into the considerations. Minus 5x square multiply 3x. This is our third term plus. Again we have the same number. So minus 5x square multiply minus 4. You don't get confused with this negative sign, so sometimes we put it in brackets so that we know it's for multiplication. Now here 3 times 2 is 6. X to the power 2 and x to the power 1. So 2 and 1 is 3. X to the power 3 plus 3 times 1 is 3. And we only have x square here. This is positive and there's only one negative. So this will be negative. 5 times 3 is 15. X to the power, this is 2 and this is 1. So 5 is to the power, x to the power 3. There are two negative signs. So negative and negative is positive. Positive and positive is, you have to do a little bit practice and it is easy to know what sign will be there. 5 times 4 is 20 and there's only one x, that is a x square. Now we see the terms having x cube is, one is this and another one is this. So that is 6 minus 15. Now 6 minus 15 is minus 9x cube. Another term we have, this is x square and this is also x square. So these are the like terms. 20 plus 3. So plus 23 x square. This is the answer. Let's move to the next question, question number 7. These are having 3 brackets. Each bracket is having 2 terms. So the next step will be that there will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. So we multiply 7 by this. 7 multiply x plus 7 multiply minus 2 plus 3 multiply x. You can use bracket or you don't use bracket because there is no negative. Plus 3 multiply 4. Now there is a negative, but I'm going to use positive. Plus, now minus 6 multiply x. Again I'm going to use positive. Then minus 6 multiply minus 2. You can see that everywhere I have used, this is the first term, this is the second term, this is the third term, and this is the fourth term. Everywhere I've used positive signs. You can use negative here if you want, but it creates confusion for the student sometimes. So I'm writing positive and I'll solve it later. Now here we have 7x minus and plus is minus. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 3x plus 3 times 4 is 12. Now this is 6x plus and minus is, I told you, minus 6x, and there are 2 minus, so it will be plus. 6 times 2 is 12. Now let's see where the like terms. So we have 7x, 3x, minus 6. 7 plus 3 is 10, same sign. Then minus 6 is 4. So we have 4x. Now let's talk about the numbers. Minus 14 plus 12 plus 12. We know these are the positive signs. 12 by 12, 24, and minus 14. So it will be 10 plus. So the answer is plus 10. Now let's come to the different type of expression where we have 2 brackets and we have to multiply the expression in one bracket with the expression in the second bracket. Now in this kind of a questions, when we have 2 terms in the bracket and we have to multiply another 2 terms in the bracket, we have 2 terms here and 2 terms here. 2 times 2 is 4. So we will be having 4 terms in our second step. Unless we combine the like terms, it will be 4. So if you are writing 3, some of the students, what mistake they do, if the question is like x plus 2 multiply x plus 3, what they do is x plus, they multiply only this 2. 2x and 3 times 2 is 6. You can see there are only 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. And we were having 1, 2, 3, 4. We were having 4 terms here. So this answer is wrong. Now you have to be a bit careful when we multiply such kind of equations. First we are going to multiply this x by this expression. So we will write this x multiply x minus 5. Then we will multiply the second term of first expression, that is minus 5, will multiply it by x plus 7, x minus 7. Sorry, it's x minus 7. Now you can see here we have, our term was x minus 5 and x minus 7. We have divided it into two parts, x and minus 5. We have multiplied it by x and we have multiplied it by minus 5 also. So now x multiply x will be, we know that we have to add these two powers, x square, there's minus and positive, so it's minus 7x, again minus and positive, so minus 5x. Then we have two negative sign, negative and negative, positive and positive is positive. 5 times 7 is 35. These are the like terms. This is a square term, this is a constant, these are the two terms. So this is x square. Both have same sign, so we will add and retain the sign of both of them. So 7 plus 5 is 12. Plus 35. Now let's move to the last question, that is x plus 2 multiply x plus 3. In the same way, we are going to split it and multiply it by x plus 3. First we multiply x by x plus 3. So it is x multiply x plus 3. Then we have this plus 2 and we are going to multiply it by x plus 3. You can see that this x plus 2, we have divided it into x and plus 2. And we are multiplying it by x plus 3. X is being multiplied by x plus 3 and plus 2 is also, we have to multiply by x plus 3. Now x multiply x plus x multiply 3. These are two terms, so we will get two terms. These are also two terms, we will get two terms, but we have to multiply it. Plus 2 multiply x and plus 2 multiply 3. So this is x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6. Now this is an independent term, x square. Now we have 3x and 2x, these are the like terms, so both have positive signs, so we'll add it. 3 plus 2, 5x and plus 6. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any question, please write below. I will definitely answer you. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.